Week four TED Talk was good. Had a lot of metaphors. Good metaphors, but there was just a lot. The first one being, when I liked this one, was the fisherman rather than the traffic cop. You know, she's not wanting to police good words and bad words. She's wanting to toss her net out into the deep depths of the English language and just pull up new, exciting, good words. Um, I also liked the steampunk metaphor, stating that the dictionary hasn't changed since the Victorian era, and we essentially just slapped an engine on it by putting it online and made it work faster. And it also got rid of, and it's kind of a point towards the importance of physical media and digital media. Um, but physical media thing being, you don't have the fun luck of thumbing through a dictionary and finding some magical word that changes your day or your life. No, um, I liked how she said paper is the enemy of words or language. I can't remember which one, but it's 100% true. You're trying to put a restraint on something that should not be restrained. Um, I liked that metaphor of how when cars were invented, they didn't take all the horses and kill them. We kept them around, and it's just like I have a record player that I listen to music on, but sometimes I'm listening to it and then I just want to skip the next song, and I realize I could just turn on Spotify. Spotify is the dominant. Um, Record players are still a relevant source of media, but you know, not the dominant source. That was a really cool concept to kind of play around with. Um, I do see the importance of having an actual list of words that you can use in, you know, academic writing that you can use to communicate, words that aren't just slang, that can be regional slang and kind of shut out some people that aren't from your area or in your friend group or, whatever. It's important to have a unified set of words that everyone uses. That being said, it's also really good to have slang. Um, Slang adds color, it adds depth, it adds nuance to sentences, to conversations. It's important. It really is. Um, so I liked that she made the distinction that for a word to be real, she said that you have to use it obviously, and it has to have love. Which, but for a word to be real, it needs to have a source and context. If it doesn't have those two things, then again with metaphors, it's like a flower that you cut and you put in a vase. It's gonna look pretty, it's gonna sound pretty for a little bit, and then it's gonna die. Um, so that was really good that she showed, that there is kind of a science to it, that you need to have that structure, that base, in order to actually have real words, as opposed to you know just slang all the time. No, just like we've been talking about the last few weeks. It's very important to know your audience. And if your audience is, you know, not from, actually, if your audience isn't from Oregon, if they're from, I don't know, let's say Maine, and you start talking about eating biscuits and gravy for breakfast, um, they're going to think that's weird and not have any idea. Even more weird if they're from England. But no, you can't use, that word, those concepts to talk to people that aren't around you. You need to know your audience, you need to understand their limitations of the English language or their knowledge of the English language. But yeah, no, it was a really good TED Talk. Um, a lot of really good information, a lot of good metaphors. Yeah,